Oh, just looking for a good one. Okay, here we go. Well, Miro 40K again. The Fuente Fuente is one of the best sticks in the world. I would say it's one of the best Dominican sticks in the world. As far as being one of the best sticks in the world, period, I don't know. How many sticks are we putting into that category? 10? 100? Because I've smoked so many fucking cigars that I'd prefer to smoke than an Opus X already. You know? We talked about this in the Opus X episode. It's a great cigar. It really is. And even on the show, it got a very good rating. You know, but so often they're just okay, or they're off, you know, and you're still paying the same amount of egregious prices for them. You know, it's, I don't know, I'm tired of the whole thing. It's a good stick. It's a good stick. But I just think there are so many fucking cigars out there that are so much better for half the price. That, you know, once you get over the whole, you know, rarity factor of the thing, it's like, nah, whatever. So, like that. Okay, you know what? These comments suck. Let's go to the tablet and see if anybody left anything new as of late. Oh, God, that's really good through the nose there. Really good. This cigar is really deepening up a lot. A lot of coffee flavors, coffee bean, a little bit of vanilla. Excellent. Leather. Really good. Alright, so here are a few comments from the Partagas Lusitanius episode. And as many of you who've watched this know, I did go off on a bit of a rant. And I actually thought, you know what, maybe I shouldn't include this. The episode's as long as it is. But I said, you know what, fuck it. I did it. It was a big thing, and I wanted to get it off my chest, so let me air it. And I swear to God, you guys are hilarious, man. I mean, do you want to hear me talk about cigars, or do you want to just watch me go off on a fucking rant all the time? I got more comments and more like fucking people loving this episode than any other episode. The Comics Club. Now here's a guy who's been around since day fucking one. Every once in a while he still leaves a comment, but I'm telling you, thumbs up is, if anybody knows about me and my rants, it's him. There were more of them in the old days, I think. I think I've calmed down a little. Thumbs up, instant classic rant. It definitely was classic. Definitely was. I really enjoyed doing it. Hey, the motherfucker deserved it. He was an asshole. Okay? We're talking about a guy who came in out of left field, never watched my show, never did anything, and just starts going off about how all my shit about there being fake Cuban cigars is bullshit, and that, you know, it's not that serious, and that everything I'm coming up with is a bunch of horse crap as far as, you know, fake cigars in real boxes. And okay, well, we'll see. If he ever does start buying cigars, good luck. Michael Pellegrini said, "Don't hold back, Joe. Tell us how you really feel about this guy, Brian. Come on, you rock. Keep up the good work. Great show." Thank you very much. You know you can always count on me to tell you exactly how I feel. I always will. Jeremy Seller, point, set, match. Dr. Joe. Thanks a lot. Mitch Rogers, this was by far my favorite episode of all time ever. The guy likes conflict. What can I say? You are a character, and you fucked that moron up to the moon and back. Every single bullshit statement he made, you fucked him up and proved him wrong. Sorry you had to deal with a pest like that, man, and congrats on your channel growing. I've been watching your subscribers rise for a couple of months now, and you're on a steady roll uphill. Hope all is well, my man. Thanks for the lesson. It was interesting to learn a bit how all the shipping truly works and what the code means and what not. Dr. Joe Show is a gem on the internet. Thank you very much. And yeah, like he said, and like I pointed out, and another reason I decided to air that torrent of mine was that there is some educational value to it. And that is, everything the guy said is the complete opposite of what the truth is. So all you need to do is reverse what he said, and now you know a whole bunch of shit. But that is true. The guy is an idiot, and, you know, I just don't want people leaving comments confusing my viewers who are trying to learn. Let's just see, and then we'll do our second, third here. Joe, this is the best episode ever. Still talking about Partagas Lusitaneus. Keep up the good work. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked the rant. I hope that's not the only thing you liked about it. What I do like is to see so many people liking this episode, even though it was one of the longest ever. You know, and I still don't get a lot of complaints about time. I guess people watch what they want to watch. Elias EID. LOOOL. What are you fucking talking about, you douche? Love the videos, man. Keep them coming. That's something I said to this guy during the episode. You have to go back. Watch part 3 of the Partagas Lusitaneus episode if you haven't seen it. Watch me go off on my rant. Yeah, I scream and call this guy a fucking douchebag. Because he is. Delicious. Let's just get a little second, third report and we'll get back into this. The cigar has, as always, the way these things usually work, requires a lot of depth during the second, third. What I love about Cuban cigars is that, especially the ones I've been smoking lately, they never flatten out in the middle. You know, that's my #1 complaint with Nicaraguan cigars. And this goes back to talking about the guy saying, oh, Dominican tobacco, and I have to go to Cuba or Dominican Republic to know what I'm really talking about. Shut the fuck up. No, I don't. Dominican tobacco is not as close to Cuban tobacco as Nicaraguan tobacco in flavor, according to my palate. But the thing that happens with Nicaraguan cigars so often, especially the really strong ones, is that it starts, instead of starting out mellow and then picking up a good amount of strength in the middle and then giving you full blast at the end, they start out kicking your ass as soon as you light the thing. Bang! Tons of fucking flavor. And because of that, your palate can only take so much before it before it becomes numb to it. You know, you keep eating spicy foods, it's really spicy right away, but it starts getting not as spicy because nobody's dumping more and more pepper on there. It's the same level. So if you start out at full blast and then keep going into the cigar, it tastes like it's flattening out, like it loses flavor in the middle. But with Cuban cigars, they start out really nice and mellow, and you taste that flavor because your palate is fresh, and then as it gets accustomed to it, it changes and gets deeper and acquire more flavor, and then at the end, the most flavor. That's balance. That's how a cigar should be. So many smokers in the States especially are high up on these super full-bodied, you know, what I call palate busters. You know, that's what they want. They want these really, really, really fucking strong cigars. And because of that, companies make them really, really strong right at the light. Because people are unwilling to sit there and smoke a whole cigar before saying, oh, I like it, I don't like it. They light it. I've literally watched people light a cigar, take 2 puffs, and go, this isn't it. This isn't strong enough for me. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, man. So, I love the way Cuban cigars build up. And this cigar is a prime example of balance of how a cigar should build up because it's getting strong now. But flavor is not diminishing at all. If anything, it's picking up and I'm getting even more. You know, our second third was all about leather, coffee, touches of vanilla, espresso, coffee bean, that kind of thing. A little bit earthier, and that nice sour note is still there, but it's much deeper, much bassier. Really nice twang at the tip of the tongue. A lot of salt. Very, very, very nice. Draw's been steady all the way through. The burn is a little wonky, but I haven't had any problems as far as it going off and I had to, like, you know, stop it and relight it or anything. That happened to me once with the Trinidad. God bless fucking Long Panatellas and Lanceros. Never fucking fails. But this guy, you could see that the burn is, you know, it's a little crooked, it's a little all over the place, but it keeps fixing itself up, evening itself out. That's a good old Cuban cigar, man. It's a great fucking cigar. Alright. Heavy dose of black pepper right there. Just the flavor of it, you know. Not so much spicy, but this flavor of black pepper. Really good, man. Just really good. This cigar is fucking amazing. Alright, let's get a few more going. So, Patrick Hagel, on the same note, and I like this one because it says a little more than just, I love the episode and, you know, fucking love watching you call people an idiot, Joe. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but the Casa del Habano shops I've been to in Germany all have been extremely snobby which sort of fits the image cigar smokers have over here, sadly. You see, if you're an average Joe, sorry, in parentheses, normal guy, and not some businessman in a suit, I'm not sure how serious they'd even take you. They surely take your money, though. Shows like this and supplementing and confirming the information with your own research is, in my opinion, a much better way of getting smart about cigars. Don't worry about the trolls. So this guy's basically saying that shows like mine are a bigger help to him than walking into a Casa del Habano. Well, you know what? The guy behind the counter at the Casa del Habano, who knows? He may know 10 times more than me. But if he's a fucking shitbag and he makes you feel fucking uncomfortable because he has this holier-than-thou, better-than-you fucking attitude, then yeah, of course you're going to learn more from somebody like me. And hey, man, you know, if you're an average Joe, sorry, fuck you. You know, no offense, but, I mean, not fuck you, but, dude, don't worry. What I meant to say, don't worry about that. Fuck that. All right? Yeah, average Joe. I am the fucking average Joe, and I'm fucking proud of it. Fuck all these fucking fancy motherfuckers. You know, I wrote back to this comment, actually. I did, I remember now. I can't see it here because I'm not logged in. YouTube is such a pain in the ass on mobile, I swear to God. Yeah. I responded to this comment, and the funny thing I remember saying was, when I worked at a cigar shop, I wore the fucking fanciest, most expensive, egregious fucking suits money can fucking buy. For 5 years, I'm not talking Armand, I'm not talking about that crap. I'm talking about fucking Hong Kong hand fucking tailored, while it was owned by London, fucking suits. Thousands and thousands of dollars of hand tailored fucking shit. Don't ask me how I fucking came by it. Point is, that was me then, and now I'm wearing this. But I'm no fucking different. I'm the same fucking guy. And that was the cool thing about our store, the atmosphere. We could be dressed to the nines, but we didn't act like a bunch of fucking shitbags. You know? Whether you came in a suit or a fucking tank top, it was all the same. So the story is, don't judge a fucking person by what they're wearing. And I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the guy behind the counter at these La Casa del Habanos who have apparently been fucking douchebags to you. You know, that's the worst thing you can ever do. Don't ever judge somebody by what they're wearing, and don't judge them by what they do for a living either. You know, because just because they're a doctor doesn't mean they're fucking smart. And just because they're, you know, a garbage man or a janitor or whatever, doesn't mean they're a fucking idiot. Doesn't mean they don't have money either. Some people like to fucking work, you know, odd jobs like that, but they work 3 of them at a time. You know, so you can't judge somebody, and that's exactly what these people do. And you know what happens to them? This is the thing. These guys come into the cigar industry, and at one time, they knew just as much as you, or me, or less than that. They knew nothing. And at that time, they were probably, you know, walking on eggshells, humble, this and that. But then things started picking up, and they learned a little more, and they learned a little more, and then they started feeling that I know more than you attitude. Then who knows, because they're overseas and they wheel and deal, they got a couple of boxes of old Dunhills in their collection that nobody else, you know, and they're sitting there smoking them where nobody else in the world fucking even knows how to get them, and that makes them fucking better than you. No, that makes them fucking stupid for spending that much fucking money on a box of old Dunhills. Dumhills. Please, man. They're good cigars. They're good cigars. But the stuff that's coming out now, and the stuff you can get, the aged stuff, like aged Bolivars from the 80s, you know, for like, you know, under $1,000, if you know where to go. Come on, man. They're great cigars and everything, but they create pretentious attitudes more than they create interesting cigar experiences, in my experience. Sad, but true. And that's what happens to a lot of these guys over at these La Casa del Habanos. So, me personally, there are no La Casa del Habanos here. Which, according to what you're saying, I'm fucking thankful for. Who needs them? You know, I've got finest Cuban cigars, so who the fuck needs them? Chicago Card Guy, fuck that guy, this is the best show on YouTube. Haha, you're damn fucking straight it is. That's right. That is right. So Cigar is panning out wonderfully. I'm going to smoke a little more. And we will look at one or two more comments, see what we got here. Sad to say that I'm starting to come into the end of this thing, man. And that is something I do not want to happen. It has just been so good. Alright. So let's try to find a few more interesting ones before we close. The Harley System, thanks for the reviews and priceless information you have given. I sure wish I would have found your site and vids long ago. You're more than welcome. I'm glad you're getting what you need out of them. Of course, any suggestions, comments, other things like that, just feel free. So, let's see. Great review as always, Tim Baxter. As for forums, I like you don't go to them anymore. Too much crap from people who know everything. Got a kick out of the college thesis guy about counterfeit cigars. Our friend Brian that I bashed on part 3. Yeah, he knows a lot, not. Look forward to the next Fake or Find. Keep up the good work. That's right. There will be a Fake or Find coming out very soon. This guy Tim Baxter has a photo in his avatar. He looks so familiar to me. Looks like a guy who used to stop by the shop. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you know, the forum thing, here's the thing about forums, and like I said before, I think this is what you meant in that episode, there's just so much erroneous information, you know, and then you have a bunch of people agree, like, for new people, forums are disastrous. They really can be. You have your cliques of know-it-alls who don't know it all, and they say something that's completely erroneous, and then all of them start harping and agreeing on that statement, so it looks like that's the way to go when it's really not. I gotta find the link to that if you guys want to laugh your ass off about these guys thinking it would be a good idea to hook up a fucking oxygen tank to their winador to pump fresh air in. What the fuck are you talking about? And then the funniest thing is that this guy says it, and then they're all like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Maybe if you use this kind of tubing or that kind of tank, or maybe you can get the oxygen tanks for half price from. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Really? Really? First of all, even if that did work, and even if that was a good idea, which it's not, it's a terrible idea if you're trying to age your cigars, even if that did work, you gotta be a complete fucking lunatic to take it that far. I mean, I love cigars. Obviously, I love cigars. But you're not gonna find me in my garage fucking strapping an oxygen tank to a fucking winador. Jesus Christ, man. Holy shit. So, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's when they're being nice. Then, of course, you have all the fucking forum fist fights and the fucking, you know, like I said before, just a whole bunch of shit. So, I agree with you on that point. I do occasionally visit certain forums when I see a topic of interest and I feel I have a really good answer, you know, or I have a question and I find somebody who's talking on a forum who seems to know what they, you know, I'll see what they have to say. But I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. And I'm going to ask more than one person. Say goodnight, Max.